Welcome to KenKenReviews. I'm KenKen, Mr. I'm gonna watch it, so you don't have to. And this is the review for Joker Folie à Deux. You've got this far. Be like the Joker. Subscribe and let's discuss.
2 years ago, the name Arthur Fleck hit Gotham like a hurricane.
You want me to call you Arthur or the Joker?
Take me back to that night on stage. What's changed?
Well, I'll tell you what's changed. I'm not alone anymore.
You can do anything you want.
Don't you think it's a little too much?
A little much.
Who am I speaking to now? Which one of you is here?
So you don't think this is me? Look at all these people. Who do you think they see?
You're Joker.
Struggling with his dual identity, failed comedian Arthur Fleck meets the love of his life, Harley Quinn, whilst incarcerated at Arkham State Hospital. It's a horror show of a sequel, and according to Todd Phillips, we are meant to call it Arthur Fleck 2, or something like that. What is he on? One of the few saving graces of this horror of a sequel is the stellar performances from Joaquin and Lady Gaga. Both actors shine in their roles, bringing depth to their characters, especially in their musical numbers, which are well executed in terms of performance and music composition. The soundtrack itself is commendable, with great care taken to create a distinctive mood for the film. However, the impressive acting and music can only do so much when the story itself sucks. The musical elements, while well performed, feel out of place and tacked on after the fact. They do nothing to enhance the story and come across as an odd attempt to blend genres. And it just doesn't work. Instead of adding depth or insight into the characters, these sequences often feel like unnecessary distractions. And the fact that every time a musical number came on, audience members stepped out to buy snacks or use the toilet is testament to that. Been hearing loads of people talk about 10 years from now we're gonna look, we're not. We're just not. When it's bad, it's okay to say it's bad. They'll learn, they'll come back. Bad. While Joker 2 aimed to build on the success of its predecessor, the film ultimately stumbles in several key areas, leaving much to be desired. The pacing of the story is one of the biggest flaws. The film drags in places, with moments that feel unnecessarily drawn out, making it hard to stay invested in what should have been a gripping narrative. This uneven rhythm makes the film feel sluggish, with certain scenes overstaying their welcome and leaving other things feeling rushed. The most frustrating aspect of Joker 2 is how it uses the iconic name Joker as a marketing tool. Aside from the clown makeup, there's little about this version of the character that captures the chaotic, sinister, and darkly funny essence of the Joker we know and love. The lack of Batman, who has always been an essential part of Joker's narrative, makes this interpretation feel empty and directionless. The Joker's obsession with Batman has always been a core element of his madness, and without that dynamic, this version just feels like a hollow imitation. Additionally, there's a surprising lack of chemistry between Phoenix and Gaga. While both are undeniably talented, their dynamic feels forced, lacking the emotional connection that the film seems to aim for. This disconnect becomes especially apparent as the movie inches towards the conclusion. Speaking of the ending, it's a major letdown. After sitting through a film that already feels overly long, the finale leaves much to be desired. It lacks the impact or resolution one might actually expect. And by the time the credits roll, there's more relief that the film is over than any sense of satisfaction. In conclusion, Joker 2 tries to experiment with a genre and tone, but ultimately fails to deliver the depth, chaos, or intensity that fans expect from a movie bearing the Joker's name. While the performances are commendable, the pacing, lack of chemistry, and disjointed musical elements make it hard to stay engaged. It's a film that feels unsure of itself and unfortunately leaves audiences feeling just as lost. Can we put this version of Joker to bed now? James Gunn, just give us our crazy, insane, bonkers Joker version that we're needing right now. Did this work as a musical for you? Did you like Gaga's version of Harley? If you're enjoying these reviews, be like the Joker, skip it through town, like, comment, and subscribe, and let's discuss.